Stop.
We're
We are live. Welcome back.
boys. It feels like forever since we talked.
Been a
Yeah,
long time.
almost the full 24 hours.
Not even.
I don't
Not.
know.
I guess
I don't know what
almost.
I've been doing.
Um.
Content machine.
Yeah, that's right. But like always, welcome back to the Nobody Asked show. Again, nobody asked, and even fewer listened, according to our number one YouTube comment hater. Guys, I got to be honest with you. You're gonna see me looking a lot of different places. We've got Feast Week, we've got Champions League, and I've got all of my Christmas money out on all of it. So if you see a celebration in between somewhere, Harry Kane, please score a goal for me. But if you see any celebrations, just wanted to get ahead of that. That is why. Um, what a great day. What a great week. A great week of
Great
sports.
sports week. And it's
It's
just getting
definitely one of the
started.
best sports weeks of the year. I think people don't give it the shout it deserves sometimes, or people just don't realize how exciting it is as it comes up. You're so excited looking at the preseason, like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't wait for the championship weekends. This week has some of the biggest rivalries in sports, and college basketball's back. You kind of have work for the most part. It's a little bit laid back per se in
Yeah.
most cases, and you get to kind of just dive in, enjoy, spend some time with family and friends, and really just watch football, basketball all weekend long. So
Yeah.
I love it. And then we'll get into this a little bit later in the show, but I'm not sure if it's just me or we're definitely adding more games to the Friday slate than there has been in
Yeah,
previous
yeah,
years,
there
right?
definitely
Okay.
is. There
Okay.
definitely is. Because historically, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking back at the Friday slate now, there's obviously usually a lot of college football on Friday, but to my memory, the Egg Bowl is like the predominant rivalry game on the Friday of Thanksgiving, I
hmm
believe, unless I'm mistaken. But like
No, absolutely.
I don't remember Georgia Tech being in this slate. I don't remember Texas A&M. And
Me
then and
neither.
we'll obviously get into it, but then you have the sneaky nightcap slate of Arizona and Arizona State, both teams being ranked. Arizona State, and we'll get into it. I'm just excited. I'm looking at the schedule, getting all geared up here.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe that's just a good segue. Let's go ahead and jump into our top three games here for the college slate.
Yeah,
Charlie, haven't heard anything from you yet. How about you kick us off with your game you're most looking forward to?
Yeah. I mean, let's dive one in. I think this one's on Friday night, like you just said, but Texas A&M. This one's just got me very excited for a number of reasons. Um, I feel like this is where Texas A&M could maybe get figured out a little bit. A lot of people said their schedule has not been as hard as a lot of the others in the SEC, South Carolina Gamecocks. Um, Arch Manning's really been firing on all cylinders. I think it's probably the best we've seen him going into a game all year. A lot of question marks throughout the year. Had some bad games here and there, but I'm expecting a lot of points in this one. I'm hoping to see points, and I think it's in. Is it in
it's in
Austin?
Austin. It's in Austin.
I
Yeah,
think it's in Austin. Yeah, so that's another reason where I think this one's going to be good. Vegas has this one pretty tight as well. So huge game from Marcel Reed, Heisman hopefuls. So just a lot of implications on a very big game. What do you guys
yeah.
think?
I do think for the Marcel Reed Heisman hopefuls, through no fault of his own, he took a hit last week. I think he only played the first quarter, 120 yards. So I think that might be dead. But you're exactly right on the schedule piece, Chuck. Through no fault of their own, honestly, and this is not me calling out the Aggies. It's not the way the schedule looked at the beginning of the season, but they end up. This will be their first game against a top eight SEC team. Obviously things change as the season go. But LSU fallen off. We weren't as good as obviously we projected. So this is A&M's first top eight SEC game this year.
I
As
don't
far as
remember
the top
the
eight
Aggies playing
goes.
South Carolina. I don't remember the
Right.
Aggies playing South
Right, yeah,
Carolina.
that
So
game got hailed out or something. I don't know. There's a
okay,
snowstorm in Texas, I believe.
I just wanted to correct, make
Yeah,
sure I didn't miss
yeah, yeah.
something. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. Yeah, snowstorm in
Yeah.
Texas.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, but I mean, Chuck, for everything you said, even as this hypothetical game against the Gamecocks was happening, you could feel the anxiety of going into Austin. I do think this is a completely different game if it's at Kyle Field, but I do think the boogeyman is in the form of Texas might get the Aggies. I'm all over is too strong of a word, but I'm on Texas for this game. I will be taking the points though.
I'm on Texas here too, and Is it crazy to think if Texas wins here, do they have any far outside shot of getting into the playoff?
They
I think it's
definitely
a big.
they definitely do because of their logo for sure. A lot of things have to break their way.
Yep. So I think this is like obviously a must win game for Texas. I just like the spot they're in. I think the Aggies are due. And if I'm an Aggies fan, I know it's rivalry week and you hate to lose to your rivals. This is just complete loser talk coming at me. I don't hate a loss here. I mean, I know it's your rival and it
So
sucks, but it's almost like the Michigan Ohio State thing. Like I'd rather win a national title than beat my rival at the end of the day.
Gets him out of
here's
the automatic for bid though, right?
PSG. Sorry. It it I didn't realize this, Evan, until today because I was kind of on the same train of thought as you were. But A&M could lose out on a spot in the SEC championship game with a loss here, which I didn't realize. I thought they had that sewn up, but they could still lose
Because
out.
Georgia.
Well, I think there's Georgia, there's Bama, because Bama's two losses, but only one is SEC. Same with Georgia, and then you have Ole Miss. They like if they handle business. I don't know how all the math works,
Ole
but
Miss, of
I
course.
do
Yeah.
believe that they're if they lose this game, they're if they win, they're obviously guaranteed a spot in the SEC title game. If they lose, there's a way they can get out. And honestly, Ev, to your point, I would also agree. I'd rather a national championship than to beat Texas, even if or whoever your biggest rival is. I'd rather have a national championship. I think A&M is more realistic. Obviously, there's no surprise to win an SEC championship than they are to win a national championship. So this game, for that reason, I think you have to beat the boogeyman. If there was ever an A&M team to do it, this has to be the team. That's how I'm assuming Aggies feel right now.
Okay. No, it's an interesting take, and I don't necessarily disagree. I just think it's going to be a real tough environment to
Yeah, oh,
go to
100%.
Austin and
100%.
play. That place is going to be rocking just with everything at stake, kind of the momentum that this Texas team has had. I feel like that fan base is a little bit revitalized the last few weeks here as well.
Yeah, and in a lot of ways, this could be looked at as Texas's Super Bowl in a way. Like if the Aggies are going to go to the playoff, that's pretty sewn up already. But if they go and they first game exit, but they lose to Texas, Texas fans are going to, they're going to clown A&M fans, and A&M fans aren't going to have a response for that regardless. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a big one. But
Yeah.
and I agree, Chuck. This was my number one game of the week. Ev, what do you got?
Yeah, so this is a game where I want a perennial powerhouse to put little brother to sleep. I hate both of these teams. I want Tennessee to just beat the shit out of Andy this week.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's the game I'm looking forward to. Sorry, I gave my opinion, but I had to get it out there. Tennessee Vandy. I'm really looking forward to this. Said it a little bit on the review show yesterday. I'm not a fan of Diego Pavia's mom. I want her crying walking out of the stadium. I want those to be drunk tears of depression, not her posing up for the Heisman. So I
Yeah.
am really excited for this game, and I think it's finally a time where Vandy's, hey, congrats, you had one fun year. Let's just put that to bed, and I don't want to see you for the next 10 to 15 years. But really excited for this game. I do actually think it's going to be a good game. Listen, as much shit as I'm talking about Vandy right now and how much I dislike them, they do have a pretty good football team there. Really well coached. Diego Pavia is really fun to watch. And I want to put this out there. Although I'm anti his mom and the way she's acting, I think he acts pretty cool on the field. I respect the way he plays football. I got no issues with him.
Yeah, I mean, Diego Pavia is a quintessential guy that I would like to have play for my team, but I hate him on any other team. This is going to be a tough one. Vandy, if they lose this game, their playoff hopes are completely 100% shot. Tennessee's already with 3 losses, but if Vandy wins this game, it's going to be kind of hard to keep them out of the playoff, just given their body of work. And I mean, again, you have to see how the other things fall.
It is and it isn't, though, because where they sit, you have to get the 5 conferences in. So they're one of those teams, kind of most other people win out. I mean, I haven't really looked at it too much. But where they sit, like if everybody else wins out ahead of them,
Yeah, I was about to say they need someone to lose, right?
yeah, like
Yeah, but somebody's
it,
going to lose. I mean, people are going to lose this week.
potentially. I mean, yeah, but I mean they do. Vandy is not guaranteed in if they win this game. Like by no stretch of the
Right,
imagination,
right.
you can lock them in because they're in a predicament right now. They need at least certain teams to lose ahead of them. We'll put it that way.
Right, but by that flip point, you can guarantee they're out if they lose.
Correct, 100%.
Yeah,
They are done
yeah,
if
yeah.
they lose this game. Yeah.
I'm looking now at the rankings. I mean, yeah, they need somebody to lose, and they're not all matchups. What are they? They're at 14. but obviously 14 is as good as 15 because the G5 school is going to get one of those automatic bids, you would assume. Um,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, this game has so much intrigue. I'm pumped for it. This
Hmm.
this is the first time this game has meant anything. I feel like in forever.
Yeah.
Especially Tennessee coming off of that big dumping of Florida. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go. Mm, uh, let's just get this one done with the big game. It's Ohio State versus Michigan. This Michigan team is a lot better, no duh, than the Michigan team last year. This Ohio State team somehow is better than the Ohio State team last year. I didn't realize that the some of the players who didn't play last week for Ohio State, like Jeremiah Smith, there was injury concerns. I thought they were just being rested. I heard today that there's still some doubt about whether or not they'll play. I can't imagine that they don't play this game. It's at Michigan. Ryan Day, it's similar with the A&M Texas boogeyman thing. Ryan Day's boogeyman, for whatever reason, is Michigan right now. And if Ohio State's in the playoff, but conceivably, if they lose this game and then lose to Indiana in the Big Ten, where do they drop? What does that change their first round to look like? This game is huge for me because is Michigan still daddy in this rivalry, or can Ohio State exact some revenge? I think I'm probably leaning Ohio State, but I'm not. We talked about it yesterday. I'm not touching this game from a gambling perspective. I have no idea.
I feel like they nailed it with the number on this one.
10?
I think 10 points is a
Yeah,
very accurate spread. Having said that, I can't help but feel like a lot of those Ohio State guys who have just heard all year about how, oh, we got you last year. The most talented team couldn't get past us last year. I feel like there's a big revenge factor, and I feel like a lot of those guys have had this one circled. Obviously, because it's a rivalry, but mainly for that reason of just we're not going to let them, body us this year. I feel like there's just so much talent on this Ohio State team, even more so than previous years, and I don't know. I feel like for that reason, they could easily run away with this,
yeah.
and the spotlight just might be a little too much for Michigan in this one.
I yeah, yeah,
There's not a world where I bet this game.
yeah. I
I have a prop bet. I have a prop bet from this game. Little spoiler that will be in the parlay. But
okay.
other than that, I am not bet. I am not betting this game.
The
Stay the
only
hell away from it.
I think the only way I bet on this game, I'm trying to see what time it is. Is it a noon kick?
Yeah, it almost always is. I
Oh,
feel
then
like.
yeah, no. I was gonna say if this is a 7 o'clock kick and I'm having a great
I
day,
could be wrong
then
on that,
maybe
but I feel
no,
like this
no,
game
you're
is
right.
almost
You're right. It's noon.
always a noon kick.
Yeah, since it's a noon, I'm not going to take it. I would have to have some major wins that day to bring myself to this game. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy. I'm going to flip it, or go ahead back, Chuck.
I was just going to say, I also think Michigan has played a lot of close games this year. I don't know if they're really as good as their record has shown. Like I think it was like Northwestern, right, the other week. They barely escaped.
Yeah,
Michigan State, they didn't really beat two-handedly. And I just think you look at like the roster on Ohio State, and I mean, we said this last year, right? But I just don't see how they're going to compete.
it's at home. It's at Michigan. That's kind of the
It,
thing that scares me.
this game is one of those games, just like another game I have that I'll jump into here next. Actually, it's going to be a good transition. I'll make this point. This game, rosters don't matter. It doesn't matter who's the better team on
Yeah.
paper. You have to throw all that out of the window. It's that big of a rivalry. Unless you guys have any other points, that can jump me into my next game here.
No, no,
Yeah.
take it.
That's going to be Bama versus Auburn.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other biggest rivalry game, kind of a similar point here where, listen, Bama's definitely the better team on paper. They still very much could and probably should be in the college football playoff, in my opinion. But they're playing Auburn. Auburn's a team who's actually started to look a lot better the last couple of weeks with the new quarterback in, head coach gone. So it's the Iron Bowl. It's going to be one of those games. You know this game's going to have some points scored. It's going to be exciting in some fashion. Again, a game where I really like Bama here. I really like Bama to win and cover. I actually considered putting on the parlay. But it's just too scary of a game for me to bet. There's too much at stake for Alabama, and I just feel like they could easily choke it here. Auburn always plays them tough. They always do. So,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to watch this game. Again, there's also an Auburn team I thought had a lot more talent at the beginning of the year, just wasn't utilized as well as they probably
Right.
should have been.
I and I think Auburn still has the talent we thought. They just, like you said, they haven't shown it. Auburn has been so close to getting somebody all year, and I think this could be the one. You talked about it, Ev, with Vanderbilt needing some things to happen. I think this is one of the things that could very well happen in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I like Auburn to at least cover. I don't know if they'll win outright, but I do think they'll cover. I think I'm going to back the boys in blue here. I don't know. Bama has looked good in times and bad at times. I think Auburn finally gets the one that they've been so close to all year, at home in the Iron Bowl, and finally gets something to celebrate on this season.
It's must win, right? For Bama. I feel like it is.
Bama has to win.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've got two
you can't
losses.
lose to FSU and Auburn and get yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, remember when
yeah,
we thought FSU was going to be a good football team this year?
and
Oh
we thought
boy.
Bama was going to be bad. Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
listen,
Right.
I, it's one of those games that, like, obviously it's a rivalry. It's at Auburn, but 6.5. Bama's more than a touchdown better than Auburn, but it's a rivalry game to your point, Ev, and I just think that I think War Eagle might shine here.
Yep.
But I'm dumb. So, Chuck, you got anything else? Or
Yeah.
you want to take us to your second game?
No, let's cruise on over to the ACC with Miami
Yes.
going up against Pitt. I had to pull up the standings for this one because I don't know what's going on in the ACC anymore. I feel like it
Dude.
changes every single week. But another one where there's a team kind of sitting on the edge, right? I think Miami just snuck in to a playoff spot after last week. I think they're sitting
Well,
at number 12.
I think because of the G5, they would be the team that's ranked in the top 12 that wouldn't make it because of the G5 winner. Hey, Mother Teresa.
Is that confirmed? Can we get Teresa's input on can we get a fact check on that?
No, I'm just looking at the rankings right now, and Miami's sitting at 12, and all the brackets I've seen have Tulane in the 12 spot for the actual bracket. So that's what I'm
So
basing it off of.
the rankings don't
The-
mean
No, the
playoffs.
rankings are the 25 best teams in the committee's eyes, but with the automatic
That's dumb.
bids, this is Evan's point from the other day.
That's stupid. They should align.
Yeah.
I
So
I mean, I see both sides of it, but that's all I'm saying is Miami. If Miami loses, they're already the 12 seed, so they're already the first one out. If to use Lenardi terms.
wait, who's the ACC team that's going to go in? Is the automatic qualifier right now?
Well, I guess that's a good point too. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
y'all
so
y'all let
they
me
become
pull up the new
11.
bracket. So I guess then
Um,
BYU would be kicked because BYU's sitting at 11.
Stupid.
Yeah, correct. BYU would be kicked. Actually, no,
Oh.
it's who wins the conference championship game, isn't it? Or is it the
Yes.
conference champion?
It's the conference championship game.
So BYU, what if BYU's in the Big 12 championship, they beat Texas Tech, then they're in.
Yes. Well,
So
that
I
would
don't know
change
who's
everything up.
I don't know who's playing in the ACC championship right now.
Nobody does.
Yeah, it's these
Duke
championship
could still
games
make the
that's gonna.
ACC championship game.
That's
So
insane.
yeah, you're right. You're right. So right now with Miami's 12, BYU's 11, but in the bracket, Miami moves to 11, Tulane goes to 12, and BYU is first team out because
That's so dumb.
they're assuming Texas Tech wins the Big 12 championship game, which I think is a strong assumption.
That's
I
But I'm
just
just
hate that.
telling you what the bracket says.
I can't. BYU looked awesome the other week. Okay, well,
Well, but listen,
however this is good.
BYU if they win the Big 12 championship game, then they don't have anything to worry about. So they're everything's in their hands still.
Yeah, I mean, this championship weekend's going to be
It's gonna be
going to be
massive.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, looking at the ACC again, like I said, you got Virginia, Pitt, SMU, right? A team that no one really wants to play these days. Georgia Tech. So to me, Miami's got to win this game. Obviously, that's what we just said. But they're 7-point favorites, which I don't. That's a lot of points against a Pitt team that I feel like is kind of getting hot.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's at Pitt. At Pitt.
Yeah, so I kind of like Pitt in this one, to be honest. I feel like Miami has let us down a whole lot versus these kind of teams this season. I mean, unless Malachi Tony turns it on, preferably not against anyone on the sideline, preferably against his opponents, then I don't know. I just feel like Pitt, the way they were running the ball last week, especially, um, Carson Beck probably good for at least 2 interceptions. I think this one's going to be very close, and I wouldn't be surprised if they run away with this.
Yeah, if Pat Narduzzi's to be trusted, and based off his comment, he only cares about ACC games. He's 1-0 in ACC games and 0-1 in non-ACC games since making that comment. So, we'll see.
Those Miami boys are
I
going to be going to some cold weather, maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
Charlie,
yeah.
Charlie, I cannot agree with you more here. I cannot agree with you more here. A little foreshadowing. I may have picked this one of my picks this week. I love Pitt here.
If I could foreshadow as well, this is my favorite pick this week too.
Yeah.
We might need to make some exceptions on the picks. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna jump into my second game. This is a little taster for the weekend's action. Um, Give me Navy at Memphis. This game is huge to decide who goes to the American Championship. Um, Memphis already has 3 losses, so they're pretty much out of it. Even if they won the American, I think that I don't. It would take a lot. Navy 2 losses, they still control their own destiny. Their offense looks great. Um, Memphis is favored by 3.5. The game is at Memphis. This is just it's one of those things that who am I to bet against the troops here in a spot like this? I like Navy to cover the 3. I don't know if they'll win outright. I think this will be a really close, really fun game. Over sitting at 58.5. I think I think that's gonna go over by a lot. I love this game, and it's a perfect little taster right at the same time as Bengals Ravens too. So we have something that's actually going to be fun to watch.
So I got a comment here, and
Yeah, yeah.
I do apologize to all parents of Memphis football players. If you're betting on Memphis or you're rooting for Memphis in this game, shame on you.
Never again.
Absolutely not.
They're banned.
It's un-American to not bet on
Do
Navy
you
and want
do you
Navy
give
in the
a
college football playoff.
do you give a pass if you're a Memphis student or alumni? Do you give a pass to those people?
I don't want to hear you rooting for them, but you can do it silently.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
with that.
keep it to yourself and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a third string tight end, keep it to yourself on the sidelines too.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it. You have to be on all over Navy. How cool would it be to see a military academy team get into the college football playoff? And it's a Navy team that has some talent. Do I think they're going to compete for a college football championship? I can dream. I can dream about that. But no. But it's an exciting game. I think Navy has a chance to actually compete. Memphis has been an exciting team to watch all year. But kind of like Boone said, no matter what, I have to be all over Navy on this game. Even if
Yeah.
I didn't want to be, I am going to be because that's just the way I'm wired. But
Yeah,
I'm
Blake
excited for this game
Horvath.
too. Can't wait.
Blake Horvath, quarterback for Navy, is also incredible. He's so fun to watch. Last games,
Back to
anybody?
me.
Sure. Whoever wants to go.
Yeah, I got I saved this one for last because this is surprisingly turned into maybe my most anticipated one, and that's Ole Miss
Yeah.
going into Mississippi State on Friday.
Yes.
And I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this where we've got the hottest coach in college football making an announcement about his announcement coming on Saturday. It's given me LeBron James,
Yeah,
the
the
decision
decision.
vibes.
Yeah.
It's given me a lot of anticipation for this. I haven't seen like any consensus really from a lot of people. I mean, I've seen some people saying, "Hey, if you're making an announcement about an announcement, it's kind of implicating that you're not saying you're going to stay." I've seen other people saying the opposite, that he doesn't want to distract from, the upcoming game. Either way, uh, it's going to be an exciting one, I think. Mississippi State's another team that have kind of, like you said, with Auburn, maybe
Yeah.
they've had one coming where they've hung in there with a few teams. I don't think that's going to be the case on Friday. I think this Ole Miss team is uber talented, and I think Mississippi State's kind of seen their best football this season. The spread's sitting at 7. It is going to be in Cal Blow
In-
country. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think Ole Miss is really going to have an opportunity to make a statement here. I think they go to 11-1 if they win or something like that. So get in the championship game. Yeah, and I think it'd be really if you're an Ole Miss fan, if you're a Rebel or whatever they are these days, if you can smash Mississippi State and then have Lane
Yeah,
Kiffin the next day announce that he's going to stay and really commit to the program, that's a hell of a weekend for you.
yeah.
So I can see it going either way. But what do you guys think about the situation?
Fuck Brandon Walker. I hope he has an awful Thanksgiving and it gets even worse on Friday. Ole Miss is going to run away with this football game. This is a game where Lane Kiffin's going to pull out all the stops and then announce bright and early on Saturday morning that he will be staying at Ole Miss. That's my prediction. Heard it here first. If any, he's staying at Ole Miss. Yeah, that's what I got to say here.
I think Lane Kiffin is announcing a decision before a decision because he is contingent on the result of this game. I truly believe that he's that kind of human. I think Mississippi State at least covers here. I don't. I think this is going to be an awesome game. The Egg Bowl is always good, but it's in Stark Vegas. The bells will be ringing. Shout out to Christmas, but I I kind of like Mississippi State. They haven't really gotten blown out except for that Georgia game. I think Georgia's a better team than Ole Miss. Um, I kind of like the Bulldogs here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that I like him enough to take him as my dog of the week, but this game is just everything college football is about. Noon on a Friday. Typically the house gets empty. In the days of old, the house gets empty for the Black Friday shoppers, and you have some peace and quiet to have a little bit of a morning beer and just watch college football at its finest. This game is going to be everything. I do think Mississippi State. I'm rooting big time for Mississippi State to win this outright because I don't like Ole Miss. I like Brandon Walker more than I like Ole Miss, and that's not saying a lot. Um,
I think Ole Miss is just an overhyped school, all in general.
I
But I am
agree.
a Lane Kiffin guy.
I
I am a
do
Lane
like
Kiffin
Kiffin,
guy. And I don't really
but
know why,
I want him out of
I
there. I
do.
want him out of
I
there.
really like his daughter. But um,
Uh, I also heard it was 90 million and 25 million per year to spend on the roster from LSU. So that's got to be
Well,
enticing.
here's my thing on this. I think if he does leave, it has to be LSU. There's no world where you go to Florida instead of LSU, right? I just
Right.
can't imagine that happening.
I would
It's
But
going
think that
backwards, I feel
I
like.
thought that too. I thought that too, but then LSU's like suing their coach. I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
yeah,
You
well,
know
it's
what I
Brian
mean?
Kelly though, and he's the biggest douchebag in college football. So
That's fair, but
those are
Lane
things to
Kiffin is a
consider.
douchebag as well. Let's not pretend like he's not.
Yeah, but Lane Kiffin's kind of molded his image a little bit better. Brian Kelly just keeps getting worse. Lane
I,
Kiffin's a lot more likable than he used to be.
Fair.
I also think there's like an element because I've seen Lane Kiffin tweets everywhere that essentially he had a bit of like a rough, apparently just like mental health, kind of a rough go before his time at Ole Miss, and that has changed quite a bit. He stopped like drinking, he got his like diet right, and I feel like if you just get up and kind of almost like fulfill the prophecy of like, oh, Lane Kiffin's the guy who always leaves once things get good, then I don't know. I just feel like it goes kind of against a lot of what I've been hearing with like things are really good now. Like, oh, he's taken this program all the way to all this success, and if he wins on Friday, what a letdown. If he just comes out on Saturday and says, hey, actually, I mean, why would you not just wait till the end of the season if that's the case?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think like the midseason announcement makes it seem like he's gonna stay.
But see,
At least that's just how I feel.
if they lose this game, the season's kind of shot anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm kind of coming from.
I,
Also,
don't- I don't know.
Olympiacos just got a goal back. They're down 2-3. Huge. And
Oh, my heart's racing.
Tottenham took the lead again. Pissed off, but I had both
Uh,
goal scores. Sorry. My
Rubbish.
Chuck or not Chuck, Ev, what's your last game?
Yeah, I think it's a great transition. Glad you called on me here. I got LSU versus Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, who's having a season where I thought they're gonna finish in the top 25. I didn't think they were gonna have a chance at the college football playoff. And now if they win this game, they're pretty much in. They
They're
win this
square,
game,
yeah.
they're in. LSU is a team that thought they were probably going to be in Oklahoma's position at this point in the year. Maybe thought these roles were going to be reversed. And LSU's got some seniors. I'm not even sure if Nussmeier's going to be playing in this game, where those things stand. I don't know what's going on over there. But it is an exciting game. I don't remember seeing much of this game previously. This could be a good matchup. Listen, LSU still has so much talent on that team. Just had a letdown year. This is a spot where they could go in and just ruin Oklahoma's season. And it's sometimes fun to play spoiler. Maybe that's how you want to cap out your year. Just walk into, play Oklahoma in the season, in them, say, hey, this is the SEC. You got to finish out the year. So I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a good game. Like I said, I think Oklahoma is a team that's had a lot of talent. John Mateer has been phenomenal for them, and LSU still has the talent. They do. So it's a scary game. I don't know which way I'm leaning on it right now.
I agree with that to the extent that I don't know who's playing quarterback at LSU, and I don't really like what I've seen the past couple weeks. And that Oklahoma defense looks scary against Missouri. I feel like on in all areas of the ball, like they could definitely go drive for drive with Oklahoma. But man, those quarterbacks between Nussmeier and what's his face, I just
Mateer.
I don't know. I don't know. No, the backup who's playing now for
Oh,
LSU
yeah,
since
yeah, yeah.
Nussmeier got, I think it's like Arch. I can't remember his name, but either way, I don't know if they're going to be able to move the ball that well in the Oklahoma defense.
I think I can't see any world where Oklahoma doesn't roll this game. It's at Oklahoma. LSU's bad. They have no coach. They have no quarterback. They have no heart. Oklahoma has all of those things and a good defense and at home. I think 10 is the right number for this game. I'm going to take Oklahoma to 13.5. I just kind of think they roll. Also, PSG
Wow.
just tied
Okay.
it up again, 2-2. This is
And a
electric.
PSV goal.
Yeah, saw that too. Yeah. Fuck Liverpool. I'm gonna round us out here. Uh, I'm gonna round us out here with a game that it's there's better games I think on the board still. This game just has the most implication for playoff championship games, all that. And it's gonna be UGA at Georgia Tech. I've been calling Georgia Tech fraudulent pretty much all season. I nailed them last week with the Pitt bet. Um, I think 13.5 is a good number, but I think Georgia's going to cover. I just I haven't believed in Georgia Tech. I don't believe in Georgia Tech, and I certainly don't believe them 1 year removed from that crazy like 4 or 5 overtime game. I think Kirby is the kind of vindictive asshole who's going to want to leave no doubt. I don't think Haynes King scares anybody on the Georgia defense, and I do think from an ACC chaos theory standpoint, Georgia Tech losing makes that so unbelievably ridiculous to even try to predict. Georgia locks up its spot in the SEC championship game. This game is not one of my top games because I'm excited about the game per se. I'm more excited about the implications that follow the result of this game. But yeah, what do y'all think?
Georgia
Big
rolls here.
number. Big number. I think Georgia rolls.
Don't overthink this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I
Agreed,
agree.
Evan.
And again, coming off that crazy overtime game last year, I just think Kirby Smart is vindictive and he's going to want to leave no doubt on this game in Atlanta. A place that Georgia's
Forgot
honestly,
about that.
yeah, a place that Georgia's honestly very familiar with playing in because that's where the SEC championship game is. I just don't see how they, I just think they win this game big.
Yep. No disagreements here.
Um, there's still a couple games we could talk about, but we might get into them in the categories. Y'all want to just move out or you want to talk about anything else?
Let's go ahead and just jump into the categories. If we want to circle back at the end, we can.
Okay. Um, I have a feeling that a lot of us are gonna have the same dog here this week.
Should we jump into the dog then?
Yeah, let's jump in the dog first.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I'll just say mine, and mine's Pitt.
Mine was also Pitt. Are we
Uh,
doing the grace period of allowing double ups or no?
Yeah, it's about a lot of double ups this year. I'm just kidding. I'll
I mean,
I'll I'll allow it.
okay.
I mean, I could take a
Yeah.
different one.
No,
I
it's I
can't.
mean it's a 7 pointer, so
Yeah. I mean, I have
I,
enough.
at
Yeah.
your own will.
Okay, then I will it be done. For everything we
Lock me
talked
in.
about, though, I think Pitt is. Pat Narduzzi said very clearly he cares only about ACC games, and since he said that, he's 1-0 in ACC games. So, I've not rated Miami since they lost to Louisville. I think Pitt playing at Pitt is going to be tough. I don't think those Miami boys are going to be ready, and I think Pitt wins outright. I honestly can see Pitt winning by 10.
I just don't like Carson Beck.
Yeah, I'm on that train as well.
So he's screwed me over too many times in the past. Kick rocks. Let's go.
Chuck,
Let's go Pitt.
Yeah, my dog this week is actually gonna be Houston over Baylor.
Okay.
Um, this one didn't really stand out to me at first, but I did watch a whole lot of Baylor last week against Arizona, and I've seen quite a bit of Houston as well, just here and there versus some of the big schools. Every time I've watched both of these teams, Houston just seems to win the close game, and Baylor seems to lose it. And I feel like for that reason, just during rivalry week, not really a whole logic going into it, but if they're just going drive for drive, I like Houston in this game. And yeah, I also am kind of trying to trend out of going for the 10-point plus dog after it hasn't really worked out too much for me. So we're going with a bit of a smaller number this week
Yeah.
in Houston.
Where's this game being
Understandable.
played?
In Baylor,
Okay. I mean,
Waco.
that's
or
not
wherever the
terrible.
hell the Bears are.
Waco? Is Waco north or
Nope.
south
Yeah.
South.
of you?
It's
Okay.
about an hour south of Dallas. It's one of the worst congested traffic spots in
Yeah.
America. It's a miserable place.
Did y'all have any other dogs that you considered? I had Auburn and Texas were my other two I considered.
I had Texas as well written down, and listen, I wrote it down because
Too tight.
I'm a sick puppy.
Yeah.
Michigan. I got Michigan written down. I'm a sick puppy. I have Michigan written down.
And
I mean, I don't
PSG
hate it
takes
based on the
lead.
last 5 years.
So yeah. Well, jump over to best bets then. Chuck, since me and Boone got to go first here, what's your best bet of the weekend?
Best bet of the weekend. I had Bama, but you guys might have talked me out of that one. Given the
Hey, we're
given that
dumb.
it's rivalry week,
We're dumb.
but no, my leader this week was actually Tennessee. I just feel like it's another time where Vanderbilt is due. Love what I saw out of Tennessee last week, and I feel like Florida is, yeah, they're in the dumps, but they're not like that bad of a team the way they've played this year and kept it kind of close. But Tennessee just absolutely blew them out the water. So um, yeah, I like that Tennessee defense going up against Pavia. I think Tennessee's offense is very, very speedy, very efficient. And I think the number was
I have 3.5, but I
sitting
think
around 3.5. Yeah.
yeah, you can take three though if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
buy
it's
that
down
down
to
to three.
three for me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would take
but
three.
even. Yeah, give
Yeah.
me three.
Yeah.
Ev, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm gonna take a Big Ten team here who I think needs to put on a pretty good performance just from a seeding standpoint. They want to enter postseason play with a big win, and that's gonna be Oregon. I got Oregon versus Washington. This game is in Washington. That doesn't scare me. Oregon, it's -6.5. I am gonna take it at -6. But I just love the Ducks here. I think they need to come in and
Yep.
win this game and win it convincingly. And I just don't really think Washington's that good of a team. So
Yeah, I agree with all that.
I love Oregon here.
I agree with everything you just said. I'm going to go back to a game we just talked about. We don't need to belabor the point. UGA -13.5. I love it. Evan, you said it, I think, absolutely flawlessly. Don't overthink this one. I've not rated Georgia Tech at all this season, and I think Georgia's the best team in the SEC. So, yeah, give me that. Boys, rivalry week is when we hit this parlay. Who wants to give their
Sure
pick
have to.
first?
I got Jeremiah Smith anytime touchdown score.
Love it. Chuck, what do you like?
Give me Tennessee money line
I like that
because a
too.
lot of Vandy games have just been dumb shit. So
So I've got two I love. Um, do you guys want me to just pick, or do you guys want to hear the two?
Pick. I don't want to hear him.
All right, give me
I want
Ahmad
one.
Hardy anytime touchdown for everything we've talked about all season. Arkansas respectfully declines to play defense. Ahmad Hardy had 303, I think, last week. Or either last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. But yeah, Ahmad Hardy, anytime touchdown. I just think that there's going to be some long runs. I still think he's the second best running back in the country behind Jeremiah Love. The other one that I like a lot and I'll be taking as well. No, don't even say it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
Okay.
it. Unless
yeah,
Charlie wants
let's
to hear
let's
it.
let
All right.
let's stick with the parlay. Yeah,
right.
there's no point in hearing the second choice when we got one.
Well,
I don't want to have my heart broken on Saturday. I don't want
I,
there. I don't want there any juju in the air
all
of
right,
oh hey maybe I overthought this.
all right. Well, I'm gonna take it regardless, so I'll post it after I win it.
Perfect. Love that.
There, I'm just gonna look back real quick. There's only one other game I think that needs to be talked about that we kind of missed, and that is Arizona State. We don't have to talk too much about it. These teams are both just playing really, really well. They're both sneaky in the top
Hmm.
25 now. And it's classic. These teams don't like each other kind of move. I'm excited for this one as well.
See,
It's a nice little nine o'clock taster.
here's my only thing on this. Eh, The teams don't like each other. The players don't like each other. You can see it on the field. I don't really think the fans give a shit about this game. All those, they're out in Arizona, too concerned about partying. I need to see more out of Arizona fans for sure, and definitely more out of Arizona State fans. Just consider that me calling them out right now. But this game should be very entertaining on the field. I would just be disappointed when I look up in the stands. I'm not even sure where it's played, and I can expect them to probably be pretty empty.
All right, boys. NFL.
No, no,
Not
no.
NFL. Not NFL.
I think you're missing the most important game of the weekend, the most exciting game of the weekend.
Okay. Where do you want to
Which
start?
is kind of going to determine my happiness for the next 12 months. Or, that's dramatic. 8 months. And that's Clemson versus South Carolina. I don't really have anything to say here. I got 2 words. Fuck Clemson.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not sure if you guys want to add anything.
No, the defense has to play well. Let's get some more exciting things like we've seen with the offense from last week. Let's get the sellers to sellers going early. I love if you get the ball first. I love doing what we did against Coastal. Just a take a shot, make a big play, something like that. The the D line has to heat up Cade, and we've got to cover on the backside. But I mean, no duh. I think we have a real shot. This is the lowest spread I feel like I've seen Carolina Clemson at home at Willie B. Probably since my freshman year. Three
Yeah,
and a half,
decade or so.
3.5. I love it. This is the chance to take the last to win 2 in a row for the first time since our 5 game streak. It's also the first time. It's the opportunity for the first home team to win in 4 years.
Yeah. I'm
That's
excited.
interesting.
We're going to get our first home win since 2013. So
Yeah,
I'm going to think the positivity. But unless you guys have anything else, I think jump over to NFL here.
Let's
I'm
do it.
good.
Well, should we go ahead and just dive into each of our teams? Would anybody like to kick it off with their team this week? I have the late game, so I'll wrap things out for us. So if you guys want to go ahead, since I have a few more days of preparation.
Oh yeah, you're the
Yeah,
Monday game, aren't you?
Yeah, Monday,
I
Monday
can
versus
I
Giants.
I can go first since I don't have a whole lot to say. Apart from this is usually when the Panthers do some shock the world shit and win games where they absolutely have no business winning. We're a 10-point spread against the Rams, who I think everyone at this point has agreed is probably the best team in the NFL. Hey, I mean, like I said, this is the one that they usually keep close. It's either you win against the Seahawks and the Bucks towards the end of the season, or you win a game like this. There's a few sprinkled in there, but right now we're cruising towards a 7-10. So for this game, I really just want to see better play calling. Like I said yesterday, it's not really a game I expect to win, obviously, because it's the Rams. But if we can just force Stafford into a few mistakes here and there, I'll be fine if we give up 30 points, which is kind of expected with their high-powered offense. But again, I just want to see us take shots. Just make Bryce Young vertical and see where that takes us.
Bryce Young's been trying to get verticals for 23 years now. It's not really working for him.
Just
Um,
stretch him out.
yeah, um, yeah, I hate that I thought this when I looked at this slate, but I was like, could the Panthers do a little something here at home? I don't know, Jim. I think it's
They
what
don't. They haven't made
10
any
points.
sense.
I think it's 10
Yeah,
points, right? 10.5, something like that.
it's 10.
I
Yeah.
I love the Panthers as an upset bid here, and for that reason, I'm not taking any action on this game because I'm dumb and If I don't take it, the Panthers will win outright. If I do, the Rams will be up 42-0 in the first quarter. I do love this game though.
I will say what's insane is if they do win this game, it would not be the largest spread that we've won this season because that Packers spread was almost
14,
14
right? Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show how ridiculous that win was when you look at the season.
Yeah. I do like the Panthers here, but the Rams are just the inevitable is going to happen, and the Rams are going to win by 100 points.
They're suffocating, yeah.
The Rams are just too good for me to consider the Panthers
Yeah.
in this one right now. Crazy things have happened, but the Rams are just too scary. I don't think the Rams are frauds. I was calling the Packers frauds, but since before the season started. So
You were credit where it's due. I'll move into my game. I talked about it at length. I think yesterday's show. Houston's coming to town. First time we're playing them this season. Massive game for AFC South implications. This to me is going to be a low scoring game. CJ Stroud coming back first game in like a month off the concussion. I think another week for our secondary to gel is going to be a good thing. The key for this game to me though is the Texans defensive line is nasty. One of the best units, if not the best single defensive unit in the NFL. You got to get creative with the play calling, and you can't give up on the run the way you did in the second half, the last, call it 15, 20 minutes of that game against the Chiefs. JT's got to be a focal point, and if that means getting him on swing passes, things like that, a heavy dose of running back screens here, I think could be a move because they're going to want to get after you. Will Anderson obviously worries me greatly. He's a freak. Who is the corner from LSU whose name I can't remember on the Texans? Shoot.
Stingley.
Yeah, Stingley. The nice thing about the Colts offense is there's no legit number one receiving option where there's like a game breaking number one option. So who he's going to be on? Does he travel? I'd assume he's going to be on Pitt. We'll see. We'll see how that kind of works out. I think you can get creative and move players around a lot because we have such a balanced offense from a receiver talent standpoint. Like I don't think there's any number one guy. Tyler Ward will be that guy in the coming years, I'm sure, but you just got to get creative with how you move him around. Outside of that, this is a must-win game. Obviously, every game down the stretch is must-win, especially in division. But you got to handle the ones at home. You got to handle the ones at home, especially when CJ Stroud is coming off the brain scramblers. I wish Buckner was playing in this game.
Yeah, I think it's a tough matchup. I mean, I think it
Yeah.
helps. This game is at home. It's a tough spot for the Colts. How do you respond after the brutal loss last week? I think you're going to know a lot about this game at the end of the first quarter. I think just depending on the way they come out, I don't think this is a team you want to get behind.
Yeah. No.
You get down 10 early to the Texans, you're in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
Even 7 down early is not a spot I'd want to be in this game. But listen, the Colts have shown to be very resilient this year, and when they need to play and come back from adversity, they have so far. So does that continue this week? We'll see. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a momentum game. I think you're going to be able to tell the vibe of this game pretty quickly.
You're spot on, Ev. You can't get in obvious passing situations with this D-line. You can't have them pinning their ears back and getting after you.
Mm-hmm. Charlie, anything on this one?
I'm scared for the Colts.
Yeah, me too.
Scared for the Colts.
Yeah.
Ev, take us home.
So, Monday Night Football, I unfortunately will be on a plane back to Dallas for this one. But, we'll be watching nonetheless. This is just a game you have to go in and win. Much like the last couple weeks, it's a team we're significantly better than. They're missing their best players. I'm not even sure if Jackson Dart's playing. Listen, whenever you play Jameis Winston, if we are playing Jameis Winston, it's something I'm always a little bit scared of. He's a gamer, and sometimes he can do the miracle thing. So we'll see, but this is just a game at home Monday night. Foxborough is a tough place to play, especially this time of year when you have a good team and a good record. We control our own fate. Just go in, win this game. I'd love to see a more complete game, and I would like Josh McDaniels to be a little bit more open with the playbook again. I'm kind of getting sick of this not running everything we have playbook style. listen, we're getting late enough in the season. You might as well start emptying it. I don't want to be cold going into some of the big two last games we have this year. So just win the game. That's it, and stay healthy. Keep the injury bugs bit us. Let's try to stay a little bit more healthy.
Is there an element of the Giants' juju against the Patriots that makes you nervous for this game?
Fuck you. No, it's not the Super Bowl.
Fair, fair. Honestly, who would you rather play at quarterback, Jameis or Jackson Dart here?
Jackson Dart.
That's what I think. I agree
Jackson
with
Dart. Jackson Dart. Absolutely rather play him rookie.
you. Rookie and
private
Foxborough.
time.
Is James
Listen,
going to catch another touchdown?
And
He
his
might.
and his buddy Scadaboo isn't there with him. If Scadaboo was playing, I'd rather play Jameis.
Yeah.
Without Scadaboo, give me Jackson Dart. So, yep.
Fair
But
enough.
we'll see. Listen, you just got to win this game, and maybe Drake May can be unallergic to going for 300 yards this game. I will probably be betting it.
I will be betting it as well. I'm now addicted to it. I'm gonna bet it until
It's
he
going to
hits it.
happen. It's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know. This game is weird. I'm just hoping that the trend continues. The Giants score first, and I can live bet the Patriots. That's what I'm looking for in this game.
I'd love a first defensive stop. It's like I think it's 9 games this year. We have a lot of first possession score, 6 of them being touchdowns. It's crazy. Like that's not a good trend to have.
Yeah, yeah. Want to jump straight into the pick section? I know
Sure.
we're running short on time, and everyone's trying to get home to see their family. Do y'all want to start with dogs again?
Let's do it.
Because I got a dog. I've got one dog that I like, and it could be hoping against hope. I just think this team is due. They're playing at home, and they're playing a team that I don't believe in, and I'm also hoping needs to falter at some point. Give me the Tennessee Titans money line against the Jaguars at home. Division game. Jaguars are feeling good because the Colts have a much tougher division matchup. If the Colts lose to the Texans and the Jaguars win, which both things are logical, the Jaguars would be tied for the division lead. I think that kind of pressure on the road is just exactly what Jacksonville falls under. Give me the Titans. I think Cam Ward can escape some of those pressures from Josh Hines Allen, and I just think the Titans are due. They've played games closer than their schedule than their record appears. So yeah, give me Titans money line. They're 6.5-point dogs right now.
Yeah, I just disagree. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars get this done, surprisingly.
Yes, but you haven't had confidence in them all year, and they keep winning. So I'm hoping this juju flips.
Yep. So, listen, maybe they've earned it a little bit for me. I think they're just going to squeak this one out. I did pick them in a family Survivor League, which I'm the only person left undefeated. It is a 2-loss Survivor League in that one. But, nonetheless, I like the Jaguars here. I do think it's going to be a close game. I think it is going to be a close game throughout, and the Jacksonville Jaguars probably squeak one more out. And that's also what I'm hoping for.
I think it's going to be one of those Jaguars get up early, Titans make a crazy comeback, Jaguars shit down their pants. And that's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
I think I kind of agree with Evan on this one. I just need to. The Titans I think they're improving, but the Jags just have too much to play for this season. Like they have an actual chance. I don't think they're going to do anything in the playoffs, but first time in a while they have an actual chance to be like respectable. So this is a game they just can't lose, which is probably why they'll lose.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I'll jump into mine and try to know you had some bad luck with this team last week. But I'm going to take them. I like the Saints this weekend.
You
I like
nasty
the
dog.
Saints over the Dolphins. I just
okay,
think
yeah.
the Dolphins are starting to play a little bit better. And this is a classic Dolphins move. Like, oh, hey, we're looking a little bit better. And just completely throw up everywhere. Just, had some fish the night before and just it had a little bit old fish. A little bit old. It's been sitting in the fridge for more than a week kind of fish. So, yeah, I love the Saints here.
Some moldy fin.
Yeah, actually, I don't hate that at all.
Dolphins are coming off a bye. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
I don't think it does.
That might be worse. No.
Yeah.
yeah. Get complacent.
Chuck,
Take us
what
off.
do you got?
Yeah. Well, I kind of saved a bit of my commentary here while you were talking about it. I love the Texans this week. I hate to say it, Boone, but I think Daniel Jones, when he is under pressure, kind of turns into a bit of a pumpkin. I think, like Evan said, it does help that it's at home, but the Texans got a lot of rest. That D-line is probably the best in the NFL for me. I think they're going to get after Daniel Jones. I think they're going to try to stop the run. And if Jonathan Taylor doesn't have a massive game, I think the Texans D is gonna be really impactful. Another thing is CJ Stroud. You better start performing, or else you might lose your job to Mills, because he got what through like 3 wins for them. He had that offense looking very efficient. You saw him kind of sulking after that game ball was announced, sitting in the corner. I think he's got to have a big game, and yeah, I just think the Texans stand up here and get a win.
What's new? Charlie betting against my teams. It's kind of
Hey,
tale of what it's time.
Hey, I bet on the Colts a whole lot during the run. I just feel like it's come back to
Charlie,
it's really just the Texans are hot.
that's not how that works. You ride or die with your friends. You never bet against them. I did write down the Texans on my board, and who didn't say it today? Who
Uh,
didn't say it? I didn't say
listen,
it. I'm riding with the Colts and won't bet on them.
listen. This game is interesting because Jonathan Taylor has historically owned the Texans, but conversely, C.J. Stroud has consistently owned the Colts. But in a funny kind of twist, the Colts have never had the secondary they have, and the Texans have not had that kind of D line. So this is going to be a really unstoppable force versus a movable object. We'll see. It's not a bad shout. It really isn't. I hate to say it. Chuck, you want to take us back on the snake it back around on favorites?
Yeah. My favorite is actually gonna be a game tomorrow. A whole lot of implications. I love that we have implications to these
Yeah.
games as well. I feel like more often than not they can be blowouts, and every single one I think. I mean, Bengals might be live tomorrow with Joe Burrow coming back, but yeah. To
And
get to the
Jamar
point,
Chase.
yeah, exactly. Division game. Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Minus 3. Give me the money line. I love them tomorrow. I think the Eagles were a little bit fraudulent. That was obviously a rivalry game. I think yeah, Pickens is hot, but this is to me when the Chiefs are gonna nut up. This is for me when the Chiefs are gonna really start to figure it out. That Cowboys secondary is not good. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to eat them alive. You saw what they did to the Colts defense last week, which was very respectable. And I just think this is when the Chiefs start to roll. Second half of the season, they start to really just put the foot down, and it's a classic Cowboys letdown spot as well.
Yeah.
I disagree here. I'm scared of this game. I don't know what way to think. I get what you're saying here. I could see this being a Chiefs roll game. But the Cowboys have started to play a lot better. They're so good offensively. They're putting up points. I just think this game could end up being a shootout where I'm not comfortable betting one way or the other. I don't think the Chiefs' defense is very good, um, especially against the pass. And Dak Prescott's having a great year. Pickens is having a very, very good year. Ferguson's having a resurgence. You're getting in the end zone. CeeDee Lamb's had a few drops last couple weeks. Let's see if he can rebound. I just think it's a tough spot for me to bet in this game. I love the over in this game. I don't think I could bet one way or the other on either team here.
Yeah, I do think Dallas will put up points, and I totally agree with that. I just think that Cowboys defense, we've just seen. I know Quinn Williams has made them look a lot, but like they look like a real defense now. I don't know. I just feel
Yeah.
like the Chiefs also left so many points out there last week. So many
Yeah.
points.
I agree 100% with what you're saying, too. There's definitely that chance in this game. I just can't get a feel on
The
this one.
over is a
So,
nice shout, though. The over is a
yeah.
nice shout.
So, Chuck, just so I have it written down, you're taking Chiefs -3?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. If I could go next, that'd be awesome. Just
Sure.
because we already kind of touched on it. My best bet is the over in this game. I just think there's going to be points galore. I think this is just going to be a fun game. I don't trust the Cowboys defense, and I do trust their offense. The Colts are not as good of an offense and had a cowardly play calling thing going on there in the game last week. The Chiefs defense can be got after. Pickens might be the best receiver. Well, not no, because JSN exists, but yeah, either way, over what is it, 52.5. I love that. I kind of think that's stealing. I think this is like a 30-28 kind of game at very least. I'm excited for this game, but yeah, the over, this just screams Thanksgiving Day, right before, depending on when you eat, like either right after or right before, you have your meal. I love the over in this game.
Evan.
I was between two here, and I know if I pick one, it's going to lose. just based off of. So I was originally going to go with the Bills -3. I love them over the Steelers this weekend. But if I do that and talk shit on the Steelers will win, and that'll make me even more angry. So I'm going to have to go with my second choice here, and that is going to be Denver -6 over the Redskins. So I will be taking Denver -6. I just think the Redskins are just god awful. And I do think the Broncos are as good as they appear. But listen, they find ways to win games, kind of like the Patriots. They look down against certain opponents, but they keep winning. It's only 6. I like them by a touchdown here, so I'm going to go take Denver -6.
I think the logic here is with that defense, if Denver can score 3 touchdowns, they cover 6.
Yeah, exactly. So
I thought about this one too. Yeah.
Not to derail boys, but I need a Harry Kane goal more than I need oxygen right now. The other pick that I was looking at, Ev, to kind of piggyback off you, I love the Eagles -7 on Black Friday. I love it against the Bears. Eagles coming off a loss. The Bears have just been playing with a horseshoe up their ass all season. I think this is a domination spot. I would rather root for points as my best bet than a boring game.
Yeah, I can see that too. I like the Eagles there.
I think the Eagles win, but the Bears have just been in every single game.
Yeah,
I feel like
I think
they played this year.
But the Bears also got 2 more defensive injuries. They got another injury on the offensive line. The Eagles' D line is good. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, Real Housewives of Philadelphia. We'll see. Lot of drama going on in that locker room. So maybe I feel like it's either bend or break with the Eagles.
Yeah. All right, boys. Let's wrap things up with our parlay and then get into our Survivor and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. What do you say?
Let's do it.
I'll kick things off real quick. Sticking with Thanksgiving, this is hopefully what I can root for this game to be entertaining to me. I'm taking Jamar Chase over 85 receiving yards. He has historically owned this team. Joe Burrow and him have historically owned this team from a pure volume standpoint. The Ravens secondary is poopy, stinky pants, and I think Jamar Chase has something to prove here. Joe Burrow also has something to prove here. I think I know he's coming off an injury first game back. I think he could have played last week, and I think it was smart for him not to play. But I think he's going to be chomping at the bit. Jamar Chase is averaging like 11.7 targets per game. So if he can continue to get that volume, I think even if it's just 10 and he can average 8.5, he's due to break one. I love his over. I think the over is sitting at 90. I'm going to take it down to 85. I don't know why 90 just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to take something that really should have hit last week. Just disgusting that it didn't. And it's Drake May 2+ touchdown passes.
2+. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking
two or more. Two or more touchdown passes. Sorry.
Yeah, in my head I was thinking.
Let's hope they don't sit at the goal line.
That was like washing your hands with sandpaper.
That's a good one. I've not heard that. Chuck, round us out.
Yeah. Well, I won't go too much into this game, but it's going to be a good one. Packers versus Lions. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown. Just think he's playing out of his mind right now. I feel like he's the guy they just got to get the ball to. If he doesn't break one, they'll give him some screen pass on the 20-yard line to run in. So there's a little bit of juice with it, but I think it's like -170, something like that. But I just feel like he's getting in the end zone tomorrow.
Who do they have again? Sorry, the Packers. Yeah,
Packers.
I like that. All right, boys, let's round it out with this Survivor pick. This is a tough one, I think, this week. The last 2 weeks, no one has been eliminated, so we're still sitting at 12 left. Pots at $800. Again, this is our revival pool because the Falcons are the Falcons.
So who have we picked so far?
We have picked the Chargers, Colts, Pats, and Seahawks.
Chargers would be a good one, but dang.
Denver?
I like Denver. Denver just has a way of making us nervous. I like Denver. I also love the Eagles. I don't like any of the Thanksgiving games. I don't have enough of a read on any of those. But I'm open. I'm good.
Falcons?
No. I'm not putting my fate in the Falcons' hands ever again.
Nah, they're banned. They're banned.
Especially not with Kirk Cousins at the wheel.
Is it?
I know what that look was, Ev. I know what that look was. You were thinking Rams, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, we're not picking
No,
the Rams.
I'm-
I will not
no,
stand by the
no,
Rams.
no.
oh
I can
no,
think
I was
about
gonna
it.
say I'm
I
fine
won't
with the
pick it.
Broncos.
No, yeah,
I'm fine with the
okay.
Broncos.
I can
Let's
ride
do Broncos.
Okay.
All right.
I can't wait
I
for
just
Marcus
don't
Mariota
see.
to kill us.
I'm literally about to say I feel like the defense is gonna smother him, but
I just think their defense is too good. Terry, I think, is going to be back, but I don't think that matters.
Yep.
Broncos, we're locked in.
All right, boys. Well, it was a pleasure over the last 48 hours getting a lot of content out. Hope
Yeah.
everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy your feast week. Please bet a little bit irresponsibly this week. Listen, your Christmas presents depend on it.
Yeah.
Wishing you and yours the best Thanksgiving. Overfill yourself. Go back for triples, and hit more bets. But
Real quick.
that-
What's everyone's favorite Thanksgiving dish? Sides are obviously in play.
Mashed potatoes, hands
Stuffing.
down.
I'm stuffing as well. Although Kristen's aunt makes spring rolls, dude, they're
Ooh.
unbelievable. But yeah, stuffing
or pie.
It's my mom's mashed potatoes. My mom's mashed potatoes specifically. So
Awesome.
other houses definitely not mashed potatoes, but yeah, dude.
I hear you.
Well,
I hear you.
Other than that, boys, great talking to you as always. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Enjoy.
good
Happy
show,
Thanksgiving.
fellas.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.